criteria that I'm very, this is really my criteria. Class B, in a growing market, investor split 70-30 in favor of the LP, 8% preferred returns, already cash flowing, already stabilized with a loan that makes sense. That because the other thing is you can't have a loan that you have to get out of at the wrong time. So
Correct.
you need, a 10-year is the best with commercial real estate. You need at least some options to extend a loan. But I don't really. I've done it personally and invested in some things, and I've put my investors in that really understand that it's a crapshoot where it's not stabilized. You have to throw out deadbeat tenants. It's a mess, and it's not cash flowing immediately. So I want that 8% preferred return immediately, because at the end of the year with most of these things, with the way the tax code works, you may have cash in your pocket, but what you get is a paper loss. So essentially, you are deferring taxes on money that you make,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very, very powerful. And so, and then what I like to do too is try to roll that over if the group wants to do this is like-minded, which that's only who I work with, or like-minded groups. Roll that over into another project and continue to defer taxes. If my parents had done that, if they'd taken $400,000 that they had to begin with and put it into multifamily, when they died, they would have at least had twice that, and wouldn't have had to sell the goose. So that's what I want to do with my daughter, and so that's my plan. And I also am in stock still, and all of those things. But it's just, to me, and also you've got 30% equity and conservative underwriting. So if you've got a debt service coverage, of 1.5 or higher, 1.4 even, the banks want 1.25. The income that it's generating today, before we even take control of the property, the income could go down 25%, and it would still, you would not lose money, because so that to me is, much. I understand that. I understand the investment. I understand the people. I understand, the market dynamics, and I understand what these properties did in 2008. And most of them, not all, but most of these markets, rents in Class B apartments actually went up, and there was a housing shortage because people lost their homes and they needed a place to live.
Right.
So I want to do two things. I want to make working Americans' lives better by not being a hog that gets slaughtered, right? Because that's what's happening. We buy these things from hedge funds and REITs, and all they're doing is, well, not all they're doing. I don't want to say that everything's bad, but for the large part, they don't care about the little things. Well, we do the little things, and the little things make a big, big difference, like a carport for a covered parking. Mm-hmm. People will pay $100 more a month in Dallas. Well, for a covered parking spot. So if you've got 200 units, and that money is going right to the bottom line, and you can do things like that and dramatically increase A, the standard of living, and B, the value of the property.